Good morning everybody and welcome you all. In your previous classes you are reading electoral politics. So some introductory points you already have read. So we will discuss in this video about the process of election. So in this video we are going to begin from the topic process of electoral competition. So let's see, till now you have read electoral competition is necessary in democracy. It is indispensable. Without electoral competition or without election, we can't even establish democracy. So electoral competition is a compulsion in democracy because there might some demerits is there with the electoral competition, but there is no other better alternative to choose the government. You already have read electoral competition is a kind of exam in which all our politicians write their records and marks is given to them. But who provides this marks to them? The people. How? By this electoral competition, by voting. So if somebody had done good job, they will got better marks. If somebody did not have performed well, they will get less marks. So you already have an example of Haryana, in which a government was of Congress, but this Congress government was not able to fulfill whatever promises is being done by them, and that's why people punish them by not re-electing. On the other hand, a new political party was formed by Chaudhry Devila, Haryana Lok Dal, and it performed very well in that election. But actually, Haryana Lok Dal had launched Nyay Yudh. With this slogan, he had gone in the election campaign, and when people find that even this Haryana Lok Dal is not able to perform according to their promises, then in the next election they dethrone this Haryana Lok Dal as well, and Congress once again was elected to form the government in Haryana. So means what? This is the charm of democracy. That means if you like a government, if the government is doing work in accordance with the aspirations of the people, well and good, they could continue with the wishes of the people. But if they will not be able to fulfill the wishes, aspirations of the people, if the government is not responsive toward the needs of the people, then what? Then people is empowered in democracy to dethrone such kind of government. So from this example, we also came to know that some assembly meeting was being organized. So different leaders during the election campaign visit to different constituencies to address the audience. Public meeting is being done, and people anxiously wait for them to come. So that means from that example, you came to know about various things in electoral politics, and that you are going to read in different topics. Now our topic is process of electoral competition. So this process of electoral competition begins with announcement of day. But before that, we already know that there should be constituency and voter list. This is also responsibility of ECI to prepare a voter list. And there should be constituencies, the constituencies from which political parties or leader of the political party or even independent candidate could contest election. So first of all, what is constituencies? Second, what is voter list? And after that, we will discuss about process of electoral competition. So what is constituency? Constituency For the purpose of election, you already have read administrative division of India. So as the geographical unit of the country is divided into different administrative division, for example, what is the administrative division of the country? The country is divided into different states, the state further has been divided into district further has been divided into blocks further have been divided into villages. So this is administrative division. The same way, for the purpose of election, for what? For the purpose of election, for the purpose of election, the region of the country is divided into, for the purpose of election, the geographical region of the country is divided into, different political unit, Each political unit is called constituency. So for the purpose of election, the region of the country is divided into different political unit. Each political unit is called a constituency. तो यहाँ पे एक चीज समझना है कि ज्योग्राफिकल डिवीजन ऑफ द कंट्री, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव डिवीजन ऑफ द कंट्री, पुलिस डिवीजन ऑफ द कंट्री एंड इलेक्टोरल डिवीजन मतलब पॉलिटिकल डिवीजन ऑफ द कंट्री, दिस आर द डिफरेंट थिंग. सबका ज्योग्राफी एक नहीं होगा. कटिहार डिस्ट्रिक्ट, तो ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव डिवीजन, इट इज द मैप ऑफ कटिहार डिस्ट्रिक्ट नीड नॉट नेसेसरली कंस्टिट्यूट ऑल पार्ट ऑफ कटिहार कंस्टिट्यूएंसी. मतलब कटिहार एक कंस्टिट्यूएंसी होगा पॉलिटिकल डिवीजन, तो ये जरूरी नहीं है कि पूरा कटिहार का मैप जो है वो कटिहार कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में ही है. सम पार्ट ऑफ कटिहार कंस्टिट्यूएंसी, कटिहार डिस्ट्रिक्ट कुड बी इन पूर्णिया कंस्टिट्यूएंसी, सम पार्ट मे बी इन भागलपुर और सम रीजन ऑफ भागलपुर और पूर्णिया कुड बी इन कटिहार कंस्टिट्यूएंसी. तो फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ इलेक्शन, the region of the country is divided into different political unit. Each political unit is called a constituency. Now, each and every candidate will contest from a particular constituency. That's why it is important. Now, you already know कि जैसे गुलबर्गा की असेंबली इलेक्शन की बात करें तो फॉर द असेंबली इलेक्शन 90 seats were there. For the assembly election, 90 seats were there in Haryana. The same way कि assembly constituency वो थोड़ा छोटा होगा. At on average basis, on 2 lakh population, there would be an assembly constituency. As on average basis, on the population of 10 lakh, there will be constituency for parliamentary election. That means MP और MLA. अगर असेंबली इलेक्शन है तो इलेक्शन किसका होगा? MLA, मेंबर ऑफ लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली. और अगर पार्लियामेंट्री कंस्टिट्यूएंसी है तो दैट मीन्स इलेक्शन किसका होगा? MP, मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. तो बाय द वे, वोटर लिस्ट, दोज हु इज entitled to vote, their name should be included in the voter list. So voter list is the name of those person who are eligible to vote. Voter list is the list in which the name of the person remain. Apart from name, you will find sample thing in voter list. For example, name of the person, age of the person, gender of the person, relation with different. So all this information reside in the, all this information remain in the voter list. So the list that is being prepared in which all the name of all the eligible voter is being included. One thing here is some demerits is there with the voter list. Some demerits is there with the voter list. So what are these demerits in the voter list? Inclusion of false name. So some demerits is there in the preparation of voter list. It is inclusion of false name and exclusion of genuine name. मतलब कुछ जेन्युइन नेम होते हैं उनको एक्सक्लूड कर दिया जाता है, कुछ फॉल्स नेम होते हैं उनको इंक्लूड किया जाता है. तो दैट मीन्स लोकल पीपल हु आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल, उनकी मदद से सम डिमेरिट्स इज देयर इन द वोटर लिस्ट। और भी डिमेरिट जैसे जो लोग जिनका डेथ हो गया उनका नाम वोटर लिस्ट से हटाना होता है, बट जनरली कैंडिडेट्स उनका नाम वोटर लिस्ट जब प्रिपेयर होता है तो उनका भी नाम वोटर लिस्ट में देखा जाता है। कुछ 18 प्लस हुए जिनका नाम वोटर लिस्ट में इंक्लूड किया जाना है, बट 18 प्लस होने के बाद भी some person remain left in the voter list. Some demerits is there in the preparation of voter list. Although the name list of all those eligible voters, the list in which name of all the eligible voter is enlisted is called voter list. Now our topic was process of electoral competition. So now this process of electoral competition begins with announcement of date. This process of electoral competition begins with announcement of date. Who is responsible for announcement of date for the election? So, announcement of date. अब ये डेट किस चीज का होगा? तो लेट्स सी डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन. डेट ऑफ nomination. After that, date of taking back nomination. After that, there will be a period of election campaign. After that, polling day. And after that, date of announcement of result. Date of announcement of रिजल्ट. तो मतलब देखो पहला क्या होगा? अनाउंसमेंट ऑफ डेट. दिस डेट विल बी ऑफ डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन, डेट ऑफ टेकिंग नॉमिनेशन बैक. आफ्टर दैट देयर विल बी अ ब्रीफ पीरियड ऑफ इलेक्शन कैंपेन. आफ्टर दैट द पोलिंग डे विल कम, पोल विल अकर, एंड आफ्टर दैट डेट ऑफ अनाउंसमेंट ऑफ रिजल्ट, एंड आफ्टर दैट फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. तो दिस इज द इलेक्टोरल प्रोसेस. फर्स्ट, ECI is responsible to conduct all the assembly as well as parliamentary elections of the country. Election Commission of India is responsible to conduct all the electoral process. Now, in this electoral process, first of all, date is being determined by ECI. Date is related to this thing. Now, date of nomination, what it is? Date of nomination, that means all those candidates who is eligible to contest election in the country on a certain period they could file their nomination. File their nomination means what? कि अगर हम election लड़ना चाहते हैं तो I will take a form from the ECI, will fill up that form that I this जो भी अपनी आइडेंटिफिकेशन के साथ कि I want to contest election. This form will be submitted to ECI. तो जिस दिन इस फॉर्म को सबमिट करेंगे वो डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन, मतलब वो उस दिन हम अपना नॉमिनेशन फाइल कर रहे हैं, मतलब हम वो फॉर्म फिलअप करके ECI को सबमिट कर रहे हैं कि हम इस इलेक्शन में हम पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे. दैट्स व्हाट कि डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन विल बी अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. ये एक डेट नहीं होगा, ये पीरियड ऑफ टाइम होगा कि इस दिन से इस दिन तक आप अपना नॉमिनेशन फाइल कर सकते हैं. आफ्टर दैट कि सपोज सम कैंडिडेट हैड फाइल्ड देयर नॉमिनेशन, आफ्टर दैट ही स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग दैट he might did not want to contest election. So after that, one option also is there. A certain limit is being put कि before this date you could take back your nomination. Why? Because in nomination certain security money is being deposited by the candidate. कि जो भी कैंडिडेट नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म भरेंगे they will have to deposit some caution money or security money with the Election Commission of India. If a certain vote will not, जैसे अगर एक कोरम वो पूरा ना करे, जितना भी टोटल वोट हुआ उसका 1/10 मान लो उसको 1/10 भी वोट नहीं आता है, तो दैट मीन्स इसको कहते हैं कि उसकी जमानत जब्त हो गई। जमानत जब्त हो गई दैट मीन्स कि द सिक्योरिटी अमाउंट दैट इज बीइंग डिपॉजिटेड बाय द कैंडिडेट विल नॉट बी रिटर्न टू देम, बट इफ जो कोरम है वो पूरा कर देते हैं सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ वोट, अगर वो कैंडिडेट ले आता है तो दैट मीन्स द सिक्योरिटी मनी दैट इज बीइंग डिपॉजिटेड बाय कैंडिडेट विल बी गिवन बैक टू देम। So if some candidate who had filed their nomination wanted to take back their nomination, one option is being given by ECI to take back the nomination. So a date is announced for taking back the nomination. Now a candidate who wanted to file his nomination, he will have to submit some information to ECI. मतलब कि डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन के साथ सम इंफॉर्मेशन इज बीइंग गिवन टू ईसीआई सो एट ईसीआई को डू इट पब्लिक। ईसीआई अपने पोर्टल पे प्रत्येक कैंडिडेट के डिटेल्स इंफॉर्मेशन जो है वो सबमिट उनको करना होता है। तो दैट मीन्स समथिंग इज नेसेसरी इन दिस नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म। अलोंग विद नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म अ कैंडिडेट विल हैव टू गिव एफिडेविट। Now this affidavit is related to if any criminal case is pending against the candidate, तो वन एफिडेविट इज टू बी गिवन कि मेरे खिलाफ कोई भी क्रिमिनल केस किसी भी कोर्ट में पेंडिंग नहीं है, और अगर है तो उसका कंप्लीट ब्योरा। नाउ ऑल्सो टोटल वेल्थ ऑफ द फैमिली एंड द कैंडिडेट। मतलब कैंडिडेट विल डिस्क्लोज दैट हाउ मच वेल्थ द कैंडिडेट बिलोंग्स, द कैंडिडेट एंड हिज फैमिली, अपना और अपने फैमिली का टोटल वेल्थ जो है, जो इनकम है, जो वेल्थ है, वो उनको दे विल हैव टू फाइल एन एफिडेविट कि दिस मच वेल्थ बिलोंग टू अस, मतलब द कैंडिडेट एंड देयर फैमिली। तो दिस टू एफिडेविट एंड along with these two affidavit they also will have to give information about educational qualification, information about educational qualification. So along with the nomination form, whatever information that is needed in the nomination form, including educational qualification, a candidate will have to file affidavit that if any criminal case is pending against the criminal, or what is the total wealth of the candidate and the family of the candidate. Now after nomination, ये डेट भी खत्म हो गया, डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन। तो डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन जब खत्म हो गया, डेट ऑफ टेकिंग बैक द नॉमिनेशन, आफ्टर दैट इट बिकम श्योर दैट दिस आर द कैंडिडेट दैट आर इन द इलेक्शन फ्रेम। सॉरी, these are the candidate that will contest the election. After that there is a brief period of election campaign. अगर टेक्निकली बोला जाए तो आजकल थ्रू आउट द ईयर द पॉलिटिकल पार्टी रिमेन इन द मूड ऑफ इलेक्टोरल कॉम्पिटिशन, wherever he goes, whatever he says, whatever he do, all it remain part of election campaign. But formally, before a month of election, extensive election campaign begins by the political party as well as the candidate. कैंडिडेट जब करते हैं तो उसका मतलब क्या है, कुछ कैंडिडेट इलेक्शन लड़ते हैं वो किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के बैनर के तहत, और सम कैंडिडेट कुड कॉन्टेस्ट इलेक्शन independently. So some candidate will be independent. Now, during this election campaign, each candidate and political party will have to follow election law and code of conduct. Election law and code of conduct. Now, ECI is empowered to take action against those candidates who violate code of conduct or election law. कोई भी कैंडिडेट अगर इलेक्शन लॉ और कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट को वायलेट करते हैं तो ECI के पास ये अधिकार है कि वो उनको पनिश कर सके. दैट मीन्स इलेक्शन कैंपेन पे रोक लगा दी जाए कुछ घंटे की, या फिर उनका कैंडिडेचर भी समाप्त किया जा सकता है. दैट मीन्स ECI is empowered to withdraw the candidature of a particular candidate if ECI found that election law or code of conduct is being violated by this candidate. So during the election campaign, we know that each and every political party will have to tell the people that what are the things that they are going to do if they will win the election and they will form the government. This is called election manifesto. Each and every political party release their election manifesto in which they promise the people that if their government will be formed, then these are the things that they will do with priority basis. These are the things that they will do with priority basis. So during election campaign, no minister could lay any foundation stone. Once election date is announced, after that the minister or the government could not announce any project or could not lay down any foundation stone. मतलब इलेक्शन आया तो चलो बड़ी बड़ी घोषणाएं करते रहे, ये करेंगे और वो शिलान्यास कर रहे हैं, तो दैट मीन्स दिस कांट बी डन. आफ्टर द अनाउंसमेंट ऑफ डेट ऑफ इलेक्शन, नो गवर्नमेंट, और जो भी अनाउंसमेंट होगा तो गवर्नमेंट ही करेगी ना, तो whoever the political party that is in the government could not lay down foundation stone. कोई भी foundation stone को नहीं, कोई भी नए प्रोजेक्ट को लॉन्च नहीं कर सकते. A candidate could not spend a certain amount in the assembly election and certain amount during the election campaign. So certain limit is there for the assembly election and certain 10 lakh for the assembly election and 25 lakh for the पार्लियामेंट्री इलेक्शन. इससे ज्यादा एक्सपेंडिचर नहीं कर सकता कोई भी एक सिंगल कैंडिडेट एक कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में ड्यूरिंग द इलेक्शन कैंपेन. तो आफ्टर इलेक्शन कैंपेन, पोलिंग डे occurs in which voting is being done, and after that date of announcement of result occurs. So actually from this part we will discuss it in the next video. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day. Thank you.